I've only begun this year to read emails. Because emails they scare me.
Bringing the swing my dick in the church. 12-inch chef, the hell's a curse. Fucking the ops, I'm whipping the hearse. Killing this beat and spitting this verse.
Alright, now we're going to talk about Killers of the Flower Moon. Should we start with ratings? Ratings all around? I gave it a 9.5.
I also gave it a 9. Minus the half.
I give it a 9.
I gave it a 10.
This is not top 3 Scorsese, as amazing as it is.
Agreed.
Because I think my biggest thing is people are making this seem like it's brand new. Like Scorsese doesn't drop these every time he drops a new movie.
I think it's a bit more unique of a Scorsese movie than normal.
It is. It definitely is. It's something different.
It has a much more openness than his other movies. Did you guys have like a little Scorsese introduction at the start of your movie? Where he's like, this movie's a lot more fast and open. This is the most fascinating movie of all time, but the crime is still the same. That's kind of what he was like, and I agree.
Okay, here's one thing I wanted to talk about, though. The ending. You know how when these true stories get made, and they're all not that good, and then at the end of the movie they do like a couple black screens with pictures and words? What Scorsese did with this movie, how it was like a radio broadcast type thing, I thought that was easily the best way to finish that movie.
I disagree.
Fuck you.
I wasn't feeling it. He zoomed out to a radio thing. At that point, this was like, oh my god. On the second hour onwards, I was like pretty bored. Like
No, stop there. Because because the last 40 minutes of that movie are phenomenal.
The whole film is phenomenal.
Never in a million years would I have thought you would have said the end, because that last 40 minutes.
We're talking from when Jesse Plemons get there, from like the radio part. Whole part. The whole movie, this just felt like, oh my god, epilogue. I thought the movie, it felt like a 5-hour movie to me. I thought we were done. It was good. Like, I cannot stress this enough. The quality, the story, how it was directed, like, so fucking good. It's just, oh my god, draining.
Dude, the last 40 minutes are the best part. The last 40 minutes are perfection.
The story, perfection. My enjoyment, eyes crossing. Oh my god.
Can we all agree that take is one of Jared's worst?
But then the radio thing, I just was like, "What the fuck's going on?" Like, I mean, I like this. I like the cameo, but
what's wrong with you, man?
I still loved it. I wasn't like,
how did you give it a 9 if you felt bored throughout?
Because the production and story, perfect. Like, there's not a single thing. Well, except it's a little straining. Other than the pacing's a little too long for me. Other than that, it's just perfectly made. And
Scorsese has 2 cameos in that film.
That's right. I noticed the first one. I didn't
notice the first one.
When Molly and the crew go to New York, they take a photo, and the person who's like announces it.
Yes,
like,
I did notice that.
Yeah,
he's the director of that. He's the director of the movie.
Yeah,
I didn't notice that actually.
It's from behind. You just see it from behind.
I'm telling you right now, if I was bored at all throughout that last 40 minutes, it would not have given the rating.
Draining is a better word. I wasn't bored. I was drained.
Okay, I've definitely changed a lot in the way that I like view movies since our Scorsese episode, for an instance. But like this whole year at film school, and it's like, this is the film of Scorsese's filmography, maybe other than Taxi Driver, but no, actually, by far, Killers of the Flower Moon got a way stronger emotional reaction out of me than anything else he's ever made.
That's interesting.
I couldn't like speak after the film was over. Like I was like so affected by it. For that alone, I was like, okay, well, there's no question on what I would rate this film. I think it's something about the way that, Taxi Driver has that like explosive finale. That's like sick as shit. It is like dark or whatever, but it's also like blasting the shit out of some motherfuckers. And then you have the like Goodfellas, which is this violent thing that ends roughly. Like the dude ends up just kind of fucked, and everything kind of crumbles. But you have that like first hour of that movie, or first couple hours or whatever, that movie, and the first large chunk of Wolf of Wall Street, where they're like having a blast, and you're feeling it. You're really having a blast. Where this is just like dread, like it's just like fury, like it just like cuts to to them just popping the shit out of these people.
I think The Wager or whatever he's coming out with next, the book.
This is.
Oh, you know the book?
A little bit, bits and pieces.
I've heard it's like Lord of the Flies meets a boat.
Rose. Wait, what?
Excuse me.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like they like so I think I could be wrong. And then just like sort of.
You are wrong.
I'll shut up.
I don't know. Okay, I don't know that you fully.
Yeah, it was good.
Hey, who was the MVP? Out of everything in the movie,
Brendan Fraser
was the MVP.
Dude, he's getting so much hate right now.
Dude, why?
I don't know. He killed it. People clowning on him.
He's in 3 hours of the movie goes by, and then he's in the movie. I think that's kind of dumb.
It's
beyond
awesome,
that.
Like his character.
What was he supposed to do? He was supposed to be in it the whole time.
I agree, but still, it's just funny. Like everyone was like, "Oh my god!" Like he was branded as like, "Oh my god, Brendan Fraser's gonna be in this," and like 3 hours later,
he was gonna be in this movie. I had no clue he was going to be in it.
I didn't know the other guy who shows up. What's his name?
Lithgow.
I didn't know he was in it. That's cool. There's so many just fucking people in this movie.
I definitely need to rewatch it. The theater experience was kind of hell. Like the whole first hour of it, the dialogue in my theater was so quiet because the voices, because it's mostly dialogue. There's barely any score, and I know that because of how the speakers were being used. The dialogue was coming out of the speakers by the screen, and everything else was coming from the speakers all around the theater. It's like they didn't set it up. They just hit play. No one checked anything. It was quiet for like the first hour. It was brutal. And the racist women, the racist old women, that was unreal. There was a lady in front of us that kept laughing, and she kept talking to the screen, which was kind of awesome because she was old and senile. When the movie ended, she stood up and she's like, "Somebody told me to see this. It must have been a joke." There was someone to my left, far left corner. And okay, so when the mom dies, okay, when she dies and those people come, dude, fuck you. When she dies and there's 3 people standing at the foot of wherever she died and to take her to the afterlife, right? There was that guy who was in all red guy, and he was wearing whatever he was wearing, right? And it was a beautiful scene, really well done. As soon as that guy popped up on screen, the lady to my left burst out laughing at the way he looked.
Really?
I kind of looked over, and then I looked over at Sedan, and I was appalled that just happened.
Old Edmonton.
Other than that, though, it was an alright experience.
All right.
Okay, this is done. We're done with this movie.
It's a great movie, though.
Yeah, it's all right.